Yes, of my old buddy pal. I was at this airport and this little kid was running around in the full Thor outfit. His mother was there and she told him, "Oh, look, it's Thor." Kid looks up and says, "No, it's not. Through a friend of a friend, my name was recommended to a space startup as a good design reviewer. The enthusiastic young engineer that interviewed me asked, 'Do you know anything about rocket engines?' I'm inclined to take the job at no charge. Could be fun." Wayne Hale is a former Space Shuttle Program Manager and Flight Director for 40 missions. Now retired from NASA after 32 years, currently consults for SAS and Full-Time Grandpa. And he still needs to do an interview? Are you kidding me? If he has to get interviewed, then what about new startup employees? Do they have to go through the Hunger Games or something? How about you get off your butt and do something? #resist is bullshit. Run for office. Argue your points. I'm an elected member of the California State Assembly. Not to kill your fun or anything, my dude, but I noticed you reblogged a picture of some place in Russia for the aesthetic, and do you even know what goes on in Russia? I try to stay away from reblogging anything about it, and you should too. I'm Russian. I'm sorry, that's no excuse. You have to hate everything about the place because of the bad current power. This doesn't put me on the wrong side of history because I'm hating for good reasons. And by the way, the sound effect when you take a keycard, I know that is from a game called Smash Hit. It happens when you get a park. I mean, like a circle thingy that gives you ability to do things easier. Oh, you have a sharp ear. It's a placeholder sound effect, but I made that game too, so it's okay. So, very genuinely, what are schools actually being asked to do? Well, wait to see what your head teacher directs you to do. There are a few alternatives. I am the head teacher. Well, simply you just... 4 dudes giving each other portfolio reviews at Midtown Comics. One looked decent, so I asked if I could look. They told me not to bother them. Oh well. Just to fathom how much these persons' egos destroyed their futures. These rude gentlemen may have just blown the biggest career opportunity they've ever had because C.B. Cebulski just so happens to be a talent scout for Marvel Comics. Quantum computers can do better than a naive iterative brute force. Grover's algorithm allows a 256-bit key to be cracked in only 2 above 128 iterations. Is that a lot? Is that not much at all? I'm a simple human. I just read memes on the internet. This is still an infeasible calculation, but significantly less than what has been quoted. Oh, I love it when someone posts their Google search result. Yeah, I tried Googling, but it kept coming up with articles about some security researcher breaking one of Google's AES implementations in 2019. Oh, they have the same name as me. Weird. I'm walking in the bank and the security guard asks me if I ever watch boxing. I said, from time to time. He said, "You look just like Devin Haney." Wow, the comparisons, it's incredible. Stand back to take a few steps backwards. Stand by to be or to get ready to act. #debates 2020. Incorrect. Stand by is where we get bystander, i.e. to be present but do nothing. You are mistaking it for standby, a military command. His source was an NCO. Bro, you're arguing semantics with a dictionary. So at a music festival, I had my shirt off in the sun listening to bands. Someone seen a tattoo on my back and asked if I trained. I told him I dabble. He then said, "Oh, I'm actually friends with John Wayne Parr." His girlfriend had to tell him I was John Wayne. He then came up to shake my hand and introduce himself. Asking an indie rock band to fix your garden shed. Shed 7, why don't you answer your phones? I've tried without success to contact you for weeks since you failed to install my shed on November 24th. Sorry to hear you shed hasn't been installed, Joe, but we manufacture indie rock anthems and, alas, cannot help you. We'd be bloody useless with a hammer. Then how did you make 7 of them? Said nice shirt to this dude walking by us and he had no idea what we were talking about. Thought I would capture the moment. This is the kind of pranking I love to see, where, it's not exactly degrading anyone, but it's still a little bit of fun knowing they have no idea. I wonder if author Margaret Atwood has any idea what The Handmaid's Tale is about. The Handmaid's Tale comes to life in Alabama. Women must heed the warning. Australian Beauty. Why are you commenting on this? I think you and I were watching different shows. She literally wrote the book, Chad. My dude, she's not gonna sleep with you no matter how hard you try. He said about the girl I'm marrying in 31 days. That's not sleeping with, though. That's just a secure, long-term relationship. Yeah, so what? That thing actually requires a lot more effort to maintain and is far more difficult to keep going. And, it's really admirable you managed to get married and stuff. It's not worth as much as getting your willy wet. To the person who messaged me yesterday with this. I thought you should know that fine is spelled wrong. It looks sloppy and gives a bad impression if there are spelling mistakes. It's my actual name, and I've been spelling it that way for like all my life, so haha. Asking the drummer of the Smiths whether he's a Smiths fan. Hey, I noticed you post a lot of Smiths stuff. Are you a fan? Did you ever see them live? Never saw the Smiths live, unfortunately. It will always be a regret of mine. I had a pretty good view at every gig, though. Oh, if that person didn't think this was sus the moment they saw that. There's a theory that the reason our solar system is moving is because there's a huge planet out there that has a gravitational pull so large that it's moving all the planets towards it. Another theory is that it's a black hole, so either way, we're fricked. Neither of these are true. The solar system orbits around the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy. How do you know? You saw it? I have a degree in astrophysics, so yes, actually. Hey, have you ever discovered an artist before the fame? Yeah, I found Chief Keef. Yeah, sure, buddy. Soulja Boy discovered Chief Keef. Oh, do-dee-do-dat, my man-a-doody-doo. I'm Soulja Boy's former DJ. SoundCloud wouldn't let the singer and producer of this song upload because it's copyrighted by him. Hey guys, SoundCloud won't let me upload Pac-Man because it's copyrighted. Kinda shot myself in the foot here. Literally the team itself. Did you trade Smoke? No, he has neck tightness and could be available to pinch hit if needed. Yeah, source? It's like they commented that without even reading who replied. They just saw a reply notification and immediately typed, source? Tomato, personally. But no, it was literally us, the Blue Jays. If you were really a Star Wars fan, you would know that Star Wars has always been filled with strong female characters. Hope you got the virtual signal and kudos you were looking for. Fun fact, not only am I really a Star Wars fan, I also happen to voice a Star Wars character who just happens to be one of those strong female characters. That doesn't make what I saw in the season finale of The Mandalorian any less thrilling or inspiring. Spectre 5, out. Exclusive! David Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad is happening, and it'll be on HBO Max towards the end of 2021. It's not true. Again, we trust our sources and are standing by them. It's not true. Again, we trust— It's literally me! Friends at conferences, please do not assume that the people that you talk to do not know anything. I just got told that I should read what Stanton et al. Found about pain. I am Stanton. Just to be clear, I would never expect people to know what I look like. The more hilarious part of this was that the earlier part of the conversation had more of a condescending tone with recommendations of what I should read, which happened to be my paper. Life, hey? Her father was the lead visual effect artist on Star Wars. I found this. It's gross and smells old. Does anyone want it? See, The Adventures of Luke Starkiller. As taken from the Journal of the Whills by George Licks. What? Fake! That's not what the movie was called, and they spelled his name wrong. It seems like you might be unfamiliar with who Skydart's father is. You ever heard of camera exposure? Hey Matt, I have actually. About 90% of my stories on TV are shot, written, and edited by me. I love to shoot. And I'm not half bad either. I won my first Emmy for a story I shot alone, so I'm really proud of that. I've learned a lot from photographers at my station too. Here, let me show you my skills. Alright then, wait, why do you have a gun? In all fairness, I don't tend to wear t-shirts with my boss's name on them. So a nice guy working at the grocery store today told Josh and I that I'm too young to be wearing an Alice Cooper shirt. So there's that. Just gonna casually put this photo here. Again, why do we gatekeep passion? Stop it! Me explaining something I've studied extensively. Someone who just used Google. You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? When the person who's ripping on your art on Twitter has your art as their avatar without even realizing it. All the men are properly proportioned and the women have no organs. Okay, J. Scott Campbell. Just a quick men's mental health tip. 90% of the time these bodies are only attainable through heavy juicing or steroid abuse, which causes heart problems in your 30s to 40s. Think of it like someone wearing heavy makeup. It's fine, it's great. If it's a passion of yours, hell yeah, express yourself. Pursue what you want to do with your body. Just don't parade it as some natural standard. Anyway, and he is confused as to why we think men shouldn't draw. They say, using the artwork he drew, insecurity, you can't do it. Anxiety, everything will go wrong. Swedish cat. Meow. You guys really don't know how Swedish works, huh? I'm Swedish. CEO of a massive esports team. Dude walked by me wearing a TL Double Lift jersey. I joked that he needs a new TSM jersey. The guy looks at me, scoffs, and goes, "What would you know about esports?" She's the CEO of Evil Geniuses. So she probably knows just a little bit. Frick, this might be my favorite photo of all time. Oh, thank you! R/not OP, but okay. It's my photo. As most probably know, QT owns the New Beverly Theater. Quentin Tarantino's personal 35mm print of Pulp Fiction plays tonight, Friday at midnight. Yeah, right. His personal print from his house? Like you just called him up like, "Yo, can I borrow your 35mm personal print of Pulp Fiction from your house, Quentin Tarantino? Alle buddy, all pal?" Well, that's basically exactly how it went. I think you're missing something here. Having a in politics is better than being a constitutional lawyer, right? Weird of you to reply to a tweet of mine professing an all-seeing eye on US politics and constitutional affairs off the back of watching one documentary. Maybe try doing a degree in it and working there for 4 months. Helped my understanding is all. I'm a constitutional lawyer, Tom. It's genuinely astounding how many just brain-dead narcissists there are on Twitter in the world. Like, this guy is clearly not even in his 30s yet, and he thinks he knows so much about what he's in that he doesn't need any outside advice or knowledge. Twitter allows you to connect to people smarter and more experienced than you. Take advantage of that, Tom! I've got no idea what the frick you're talking about. Oh, yo, it's DJ Cactus! Finally, one of these memes where I actually know who the celebrity is. Read Ouroboros, you goddamn boomer! Uh-huh, I wrote it. Oh, right. Well, I just gotta throw this whole account away. Star Wars The Force Awakens has completed principal photography. But the title hasn't even been announced yet. We just did. Getting a cappuccino today, and barista says, "Did anyone ever tell you that you look just like Tom Morello?" I say, "All the time." He says, "I'll bet." I order my coffee. He says, "What's the name?" I say, "Tom." He says, "Your name is Tom too? That's crazy!" I'm like, "It sure is." I was waiting for him to pop up in this subreddit. I swear half of this should be his experiences. This just happened, and maybe this is where it all ends. I got an elevator with 3 people. One guy, with his wife, sarcastically, "Anyone ever tell you," and stops. Me, amused. "Yes, but you're the first today." His wife, "I'm sorry, I tried to stop him from doing the joke." Elevator stops, couple exits to their floor. Other guy, "What's the joke?" Me, "I get mistaken identity a lot." "Mistaken for who?" Tony Hawk, "Ah, you do look like him." Elevator stops again, he exits on his floor. I am left alone, heading upwards and feeling perplexed. Asks the founder of Wikipedia to go read stuff on Wikipedia. Most of the articles in Wikipedia have absolutely 0 cited sources. This is transparently false and easy to check. It isn't really helpful to your cause, whatever it is, to make things up out of thin air. "Sir, this is a fact. Kindly read all the articles on Wikipedia first. Why will I make things up out of thin air? How would that help me or my cause in any way?" It is not a fact to claim that most Wikipedia articles have no sources. It is a false, and anyone can check it in 5 seconds. Stop saying silly things. If someone puts down a +4 card, you must draw 4 and your turn is skipped. You can't put down a +2 to make the next person draw 6. We know you've tried it. I reject your reality and substitute
all right.
Whoa.
What about a 4 on a 4?
No.
Oh, come on, play the game right.
So many solutions to the lack of women in tech don't get at the actual problems. Okay, Casey, read the full article. There's a chicken and egg problem with female tech role models. Men want to be the next Jobs, Gates, etc.
Thomas, I wrote the article.